All right, I got a question for everybody about all the school shooting stuff as far as procedures on, what to do and all. I haven't really heard, much information on schools or anybody like saying specifically what the students should do or what any of their, procedures are for, dealing with active shooters and all. And, I'm not too sure that the public should, be educated on that and to know that because, honestly, the shooters themselves, are going to get that information and they might be able to use that, to their own advantage and stuff. So, that it may not be good to know, but, I feel like if they're training, tons and tons of kids on what to do and how to do it, it's not going to be like private, knowledge. So, I don't know. I just want some information on that. And, they said in the Florida shooting that somebody pulled the fire alarm, I guess, and people talked about that being a good idea because that, helped evacuate the school. And I haven't really heard anybody say anything bad about that. But to me, that seems like a terrible idea because to me, if there's an active shooter, you want to have all of your students in a safe place, in the classroom, in a place where they can lock the door, barricade the door, whatever they can do, stack up the desks and everything to barricade and just hunker down and hide as much as possible. I know that a lot of schools, I think, are doing this, and they turn the lights off and try to be quiet and stuff like that. And to me, that's what you want to do. And so pulling the fire alarm it seems like a terrible idea because that's evacuating the rooms, and it's putting hundreds, if not thousands, of students in the hallways, crammed in a hallway where if there is an active shooter still there doing, shooting and doing stuff, they just have a flood of targets everywhere in a terrible spot for cover. So, I want some information on this, and I want people to comment on this and to let me know what you think, but I haven't seen anything about it, and, it sure seems like a terrible idea to me, and, I'm actively working on ways to help this and studying this, and, I want to know exactly where this shooter came from, where he came into school, if it was the main entrance, if it was a side entrance, did he, get, in from a door that's normally locked that somebody was coming out of? Did he have the gun with him, in a backpack? Did he have it in a, some type of a trench coat? How was he hiding the weapon? Was he just carrying a, AR-15 just open in broad daylight sight? Did people see him? Like, I want some information on how this happened so that people can start figuring out ways to fix this. There's millions of people that are going crazy protesting and saying all kinds of craziness about gun laws, okay? I want to know exactly what happened in this case and all the other cases, and I want statistical information on how these shootings go down, and I want to formulate an immediate plan of action on how to start limiting what's going on. Even if they pass some type of legislation for gun control of some kind, it's going to take years to get anything actually implemented and actually taking some type of an effect. And it doesn't change the fact that criminals will always have guns. There's millions of guns in the United States, and there's more every day. Every time one of these shootings happens, the gun makers go crazy because people buy guns at a way higher rate as soon as these shootings happen. As soon as the shootings happen, and the news floods the press with all this stuff. So, in effect, a lot of this news coverage stuff honestly just makes there be more guns in the world. So, I don't know. I want some real information that we can actually do something with so that we can start getting to the bottom of, good solutions. So, please help.